totally outnumbered, and that's really what's losing him this battle at this moment. And I'm not sure if he has a TP scroll. No, it doesn't look like it. So it looks like he's gonna have to run out of here. Oh, maybe, but no, his Dark Ranger doesn't have one. Moon actually being forced into a bit of a bad position here. Looks like he's gonna try and each might want to try and run behind the Tree of Life, but Moon actually out of gold as well, so he's not unable to continue repairing it. So it's a bit of bad luck for him. I imagine his main has run out now, and looks like the Naga will go down, and Demon Hunter very low for Moon now, and very cheeky passive healing potion there from the Naga, so he'll live a bit longer, and the Dark Ranger chased down as well, and I imagine this is going to be GG now, and the end of game 1, there will be at least a game 2, if not a game 3, hopefully there'll be 3, these are 2 players I want to watch more of, so I'll see you in game 2. Okay folks, game 2 now between Moon and Soccer. Obviously game 1 was very nice. It was Moon did sort of dominate at the end, but I think Soccer definitely had a chance, especially with a couple of those. There were a couple of times where if Moon didn't TP out, he would have lost a lot of dots, but obviously very clever use of dots by Moon, as we have grown to expect. And this is game 2, it's on Secret Valley, obviously still an Elven Mirror, and looks pretty standard at this point. Secret Valley, I think it's okay for bears, but I prefer dots or hunts. Actually, I quite like hunts on this map because obviously the heal fountains, you can just micro back your injured ones and just run them to there for a while, and meanwhile the rest of your army continues your attack. And so that's the strategy I generally go for. I'm not sure if that's what they'll go for here, but I think it's less likely we're going to see bears on this map. Hunt's not really viable, or not terribly viable on Turtle Rock last game. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it's not the best of strategies, but it still works a bit, I guess. It's just you can't do you can't sort of get an easy fast expand or anything, and obviously both sides just doing standard Ancient Four creeping, keeping their Ancient Fours quite far back. You can put them further forward, but if one of them were to send out an early wisp, it could cause a bit of trouble in terms of aggroing them onto the Ancient of War, and you don't really want your Ancient of War to be cancelled. And so, first Archer now coming out. Both sides, I imagine, will be moving a wisp to the. Yeah, look at that. Look how perfect the mirror it is. Just moving a wisp just to heal up this Ancient of War. It doesn't cost much, and it just means that you can really be safe with your creeping, and there's no chance of it of anything going wrong, and that's really sort of worth the tiny cost that there is. And Demon Hunter's now out. It is 2 Demon Hunters, and obviously you go for this creep first just because it comes straight to you, and it means that you can focus it down really quickly, and you can pick up the item, and then actually you can just move on, or you can continue creeping it with your Demon Hunter. You can just creep it with your Ancient of War and your Archer from then on, because Ancient of War does so much damage to these creeps that you can take them out quite quickly without a Demon Hunter. And both these creeps going down quite quickly now, and very close to level 2, both of them. I assume Soccer didn't lose any units to the Ancient of War. No tech yet from either side here. Soccer actually going for more wisps than Moon. I think maybe Soccer got detonated off, and so just decided to rebuild that wisp. I'm not sure. I vaguely remember him detonating, but it was so long ago now. This one wisp is going to have to detonate as well, so if he didn't have a detonate before, he has now. Meanwhile, Moon's scout wisp seems to be in a bit of better positioning, a bit of lag here, but it looks like it's okay. And Demon Hunter now taking out this small one first, just so you can get level 2, and then you don't need to creep the other one. And meanwhile, Soccer done a similar thing. He's creeped a different camp, but they're both pretty much the same. They both got rings of protection as well, so a very nice mirror here. Soccer being forced to run back. It just looks like a bit of luck for Moon, because you can't really help these things, especially when it's so close like that. If you've taken too much damage, you really want to move away sort of sooner, rather than when a couple more wisps and come to block you and a couple more archers come out and stuff. It just makes sense. And Moon picking up a dust, and I imagine he'll go back for boots later. Soccer, I think, will probably be getting dust as well. Yeah, there we go. It's such a perfect mirror between these two, I imagine. I mean, we saw last game the position of the expansions sort of almost at the same time, and the same choice of one as well. And I think, if anything, we'll probably see closer to a mirror this game, because I think we're probably going to be seeing a dots mirror, which you don't actually see very often. but are really good fun because they're not pumping massive amounts of archers, and so I think that's probably what we're going to be seeing. Soccer getting a cause of attack, that's going to be quite nice for him, and Moon picking up his boots and now just creeping the Magi, and this is something that's really easy to do. Obviously your Demon Hunter can tank a lot of damage, and I think because of this number of archers we can safely assume that they're both going to be going for some sort of dots, maybe tier 2 with a Naga, or this map isn't great for tier 3, it's possible certainly, but I'd rather go for a tier 2 push because there's not really a great variety of things to do late game, because obviously it's just such a small map, and you can creep out some of the best camps. Like he could creep this dragon right now, as I imagine Soccer has done. He's actually got a true shot aura. That's going to be very nice for him. And let's check what. And yeah, Moon looks like he's doing the same thing. He's pulling the dragon out, so it's not being healed by the heal fountain. Then he'll move all his archers in. He'll so that they are being healed up, and that's a pretty standard trick. And meanwhile, the Demon Hunter can creep all the rest of the basically because he's awesome. And now another ring for Moon, and that's not going too well for him. And oh no, Moon's got a bit lucky, and Soccer isn't coming in to creep the other camp. Meanwhile, what's he picking up? Ooh, a perfect mirror again, another flute of accuracy. Moon is now going tier 3, and actually no Ancient of Winds yet. That's a bit surprising. I assume he hasn't just hidden them somewhere. I don't think I'm being stupid. Soccer doing the same thing. Maybe it's some sort of we made Fox elf tactic. But you generally see the Ancient of Winds going up. Yeah, there they go. There's one. And Soccer's getting this immediately. Obviously, they know each other's timing so well by this point. And what item did Soccer pick up? Ooh, an Invuln pot. That's going to be very nice. And Moon now going in to creep this mine. Is pretty hard to hide an expansion in this game just because the mines are so exposed. They're not like Turtle Rock or something where you can hide one just out of the way. I mean, in theory, I guess you could hide one up here, but there's lots of trees where you can just put a wisp. So it's not very easy to hide an expansion, especially against an elf. And Moon now with a fair few, I think 6 archers. I think that's the same as what he did last game. And Soccer with 6 as well. So clearly that's the magic number for going for dots. I tend to go for a few fewer, but what do I know? Second Ancient of Wind now going up for Soccer, and I imagine Moon's doing the same. Actually, Moon's Ancient of Wind went up a lot earlier. I'm not sure if that was a mistake from Soccer, or he put it on his Ancient of Wonders earlier or something. His Ancient of Wonders a bit earlier, but maybe it's just a bit of a mistake. I mean, we all make them. Moon getting his first dot now as well. You can just see in the info feed, and actually picking up a Pendant of Energy as well. And in terms of third heroes that we're likely to see, in a dot mirror, we can see Dark Ranger again. You can actually see Priestess of the Moon, or I think probably most likely would be the Tinker. Tinker is very nice in dot, both against dots actually, and in just dot mirror in general. Obviously, that's a subset of it. And 3-2 now for Soccer. Actually, fairly decent. String of Regeneration's okay because he's going to be constantly taking damage over the game. But Moon now creeping out a very hard camp here. Actually losing sight of it, so it's going to take him a bit longer. But looks like he's going to try and bring it back as soon as possible. And 3-2 again for Moon. Actually, I think slightly more experience. Certainly he'll have after he finished creeping this camp. And this archer tanking a bit of damage. Moon will want to move that back. Very close there, 9 hit points. Looks like Moon's going to take out this Ogre Lord though. I don't think Soccer's going to get here in time. And actually Soccer turned away, getting a Hood of Cunning. That's not a great item. Agility and Intelligence. I mean, obviously Agility is good for Demon Hunter. Intelligence is good for Naga. But I think overall it's going to be better on the Demon Hunter because he's going to keep on being mana burnt. He's going to want that extra mana so he can get the mana burn. He can mana burn back, sort of. Especially if we see a third hero as well, because there's just so much more to mana burn. And Orb now being picked up for Soccer. Obviously Orb's so important. I cannot overemphasize the importance of the Orb in a dot mirror like this one. And tier 3 upgrade halfway done for Moon and slightly less for Soccer, but he's not liking by too much. And Soccer putting up a Wisp here obviously just to scout it out. And both these mines have now been creeped, so either one of them could expand. Actually Moon could expand here, but Soccer will probably scout as soon as he sees the item that Moon's picked up, just to be safe. Although you can sort of get into sort of double, triple jeopardy in terms of will they think of this or will they not, or well, is it so obvious that I should do it anyways and stuff, all that prisoner dilemmas stuff. And Tinker, as I said, for third for soccer, and I'm not sure if Moon's picked up a third hero. Maybe he won't even. You can have a quite strong double hero, and then you get your level 6 faster as well if you actually get that far. And meanwhile, soccer now creeping out. Ooh, very careless there by Moon. I think he built a Ancient of Wonders in the hopes that it would aggro the creeps, which it did, but he soccer managed to cancel it first, and actually not cancel it, kill it, and so Moon lost the gold and the wisp and stuff, and it didn't the creeps weren't even aggroed, but Tinker now out for Moon, so got a bit of Tinker Wars going up here. That's gonna be good fun, and Moon immediately taking out the Polygon Factory, which is clever, but Moon's actually in a quite nice place here. It's going to be quite hard for Soccer to kill, and so that means that Soccer does have to move back just so he's not within range of those goblins, which can do so much damage to archers, and also just get in the way generally. But Moon's Tinker taking a lot of damage. Obviously it's level 1, but it does have 5 armor, 600 hit points, so still in a good position.